You're all able to see me. There was some issue earlier, so hope you're all able to see me. And we'll start in 2 minutes. We will start here. Hey, we'll start here. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm going live on YouTube, so that is good. So again, some issue come with my provider, and I'm right now doing again through Restream and all. Okay, so with this, we have come to the last day of today, and what we are going to do today, we are going to complete ES6 first, and I think I'm going to also. Let all of you we'll do a project also. Sorry, we'll do a project also because ES6 will be completed. But today is the one of the main thing of the ES6 which we are going to learn. One of the major things of ES6 we are going to learn today. And so let us do that. The main thing of ES6, ES6, okay, which are going to do. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and hope you're all filling the attendance sheet. Attendance sheet will be given at the end. Okay, hope you're all filling the attendance sheet, and let us then start today because yeah, I told to start at 8:45, so we'll start at this time and let's get started. And let me share my screen. Yeah, as I've told, we are going to complete our ES6 first, and today ES6 is a very important topic which I'm going to complete, and that topic is okay. How much is I have JavaScript and console. So we are going to look into some of the array methods, and these methods are actually very important array methods. Why they're important? Because they're used a lot in React and all. You're going to use these methods a lot in React. Okay, the first thing we are going to learn about is the for each. So I told always that the for each is the most superior way to use a for loop. You should always use the for each. So before for each, let us see why it is so much superior and everybody talks about it. Because the classical for loop was a pain. So what is this classical for loop? Let us first see a classical for loop example. Classical for loop, and it is like let family. Suppose I have an array, and this all these new generations for each map and all these methods, array methods. These are new array methods. Are they're used on arrays only because they are known as array methods. Okay, so now Hindu, comma, suppose I have to loop through this array, and so how to do that? So for that, for let I equal to 0, I is less than family dot length I plus plus, and then console dot log. No difference. Who is asking it again? No difference between JavaScript and ECMAScript. I think I told the story yesterday also. JavaScript original name is ECMAScript, and still it is the official name is ECMAScript. See, we all might have heard something in means what is say biology and all. Some technical scientific name is something else, but we call it something else. Radish is onion is called something else scientifically, but the normal people call it scientifically. So it is like that. No difference, zero difference. And this is not ECMAScript I'm doing. This is ECMAScript 6, ES6. The sixth word is there. Before that, whatever JavaScript was being used, it was known as ES5, the old JavaScript. But the old JavaScript and new JavaScript, it is not like the old JavaScript has gone anywhere. It has not gone anywhere. JavaScript cannot go anywhere, or half of the internet will break, including the top sites like Google and all. Everything will break if the old JavaScript goes away anywhere. So that's the old JavaScript cannot go. Only they've added a lot of things which is implemented. Okay, so that is like I think Akshay, you asking it for the second time. It's okay. That's a good question. There is no difference. If you have a doubt, you can always ask. Okay, so I'm giving this like family, and this is a traditional way, means a traditional way in which the uh, array I can loop. So a long for loop is there. But what is the modern way? Modern way is through for each. And how is the for each been done? For each is very easy. and like here, family dot for each I'll do, and member and console dot log of member. Just this much I have to do. Just this much I have to do. Okay, just this much I have to do, and let it run it. Okay, what is the error now? Sometimes it shows all this weird kind of errors. Family. Okay, family dot for each member is like this. Wait. Okay, okay, got it. Got the error. What is this? Okay, so it is coming. So what is this internally doing? So internally it is doing the same thing. Internally this traditional for loop only runs. Only the JavaScript people have done something like that. So each of the item I can just give it by item. I don't want any I or something. So each of the item I can do it like this. For each. So for each is very popular, and you're going to use it a lot in React, because React we love those one liner a lot. So for each will be used there a lot. So the next use case, next thing is that we're going to learn about map. So what are maps? So maps, and there is difference between map and for each, and that I'm going to tell. Map and for each. See, for each doesn't return anything, just like for loop doesn't return anything, but map returns something. So a map use case, I'm going to say first map use case. Actually, it is very big, I think. So map use case. Okay. So what is a map use case? Suppose there is a let number, but there is a very good use case in React also, which we are going to see when we are going to see React. Let numbers equal to maybe 6, 8, and 10. Then let doubled num. So what I want to do, I want to double this numbers. Okay, I want to double this number, whatever the number is there, and the array should be there. So I want another array which will contain the double, all the numbers will be double, like 6, 12, 18, so something like that. So I want it like that. So I'm doing the traditional way first, then I will do the ES6 way. Okay, so for let I equal to 0, I is less than numbers dot length. See, I always give this wrong, and I plus plus I'm to do, and then doubled nums. So double nums is an empty array. Double nums dot push, and I'm going to do numbers I into 2. What I'm doing, see, double nums I'm pushing number size. So number size, first time number 0 will be 6, so 6 into 2 I'm doing, and then pushing in that. 8 into 2 I'm doing, then pushing to that. 10 into 2 I'm doing, then pushing into that. And then if I see this console.log of double nums I'm going to do, then I'm going to comment this out, run it. See, I'm getting this, but such a long way to get this thing. Okay, so instead of doing all these things, we can do it easily with, again, something known as a map. So we are going to do this same thing with map. Okay, so let doubled equal to numbers dot map. Again, numbers dot map is there. Again, I will have something like number. Okay, one more thing, here also member is there. It can be anything. Here also I can take item, I, number, num, anything. So let me take num, so that confusion is not there. Num, I'll take num into 2, just this much. So what it will do, this num will iterate through it again and again and again, and then whatever the length of the array is there, and it will multiply it by 2. So console.log of doubled. So we have changed all this logic to just this much. If I run it, see, this is coming. So this is how powerful map is. Map is used a lot means a lot in React. And there is something in map which is different from the for each. For each we are not returning anything, we are just looping it. But map we are returning something, returning this array. Actually returning this array. This double will contain this array. So we are returning something in a map. And map, there is one more thing. Map, what happens if you have more than one line? So this is a shortcut. This is a sort of shortcut. So if you have more than one line, then what? If you have more than one lines, then we'll have to have that return statement also. So let double maths equal to numbers dot map and num. Suppose I want to do some more things here. So more things here. So suppose const tmp equal to num into 2 minus 5, maybe anything I'm doing. So then I have to do the return of tmp, and then console is going a bit, console dot log of double maths. See, something is coming. So this is how it is works. So if you have more than one statement, you have to have this curly bracket also, and you have to have this return. So this is what is map is all about. So this is map. Now, and when we're going to do ES6 React, means not ES6 React, we are going to use it a lot. So now we are going to see another thing which is very important. Actually, for each map and filter are very important things. So filter we are going to see. Okay, so Jsbin I'm going to do, and JavaScript console and filter use case. So filter use case we are going to see first. Okay, so filter use case is what we are going to have a, suppose we are going to have an array of objects. So array of object we have, in this array of object we have each object have a name and a category, like category smartphone, category laptop, and all these things. So suppose, and this is a real life example. Suppose see what happens, how it is a real life example. What happens, you go to any site like Amazon or Flipkart, in the home page you'll see a lot of category, a lot of things like mobiles, laptops, and all those things you're going to see. Actually whole of the internet works on the some API endpoints are there. You have to hit some API endpoint and you get something like this. Then that is something I teach, but later on, means if you're going to do React and all those things, you're going to learn those API endpoints and all those things. So those API endpoints are there, and you're going to get all these things, smartphone, laptops, all those things you're going to get. And most of the time in internet, everything moves like array of object only. So array of object is coming in the front end. So, and then in Amazon and all, there are some check boxes. I think check boxes are only there, that you can select all the laptops or smartphones or something like that. So when someone click on that laptop or smartphone, some Amazon front end engineer, not a backend engineer, Amazon front end engineer have written some code doing this thing only, which I'm going to do right now. Doing this some filter logic. Before 2015, which code he would have written, I will first tell that. And after 2015, what code he would have updated, I will tell that. Okay, so let filtered products is like, so this is what the Amazon engineer is rewriting in the past, before 2015. Okay, so filtered products. So some users coming on Amazon and clicking on the, suppose he is clicking on the smartphone, then what? For let I equal to 0, I is less than products dot length I plus plus, and if products I dot category, products I dot category, because products I will give me this whole of the object, products I dot category triple equal to smart phone. So inside a for loop I have an if statement, then I have this filter product which is an empty array, then this filtered product dot push is like products I, product I, then console dot log of filtered products I'm going to do, and clear it, run it. Where is this? Why is not coming? Filtered products dot push product I products I dot. I think this I have misspelled. Smartphone. See, this thing happens when the tag equal to 0 is less than products dot length I plus plus products I dot category equal to smartphone filtered products product dot push products I products I. Yeah, it is coming now, and it is coming, and only the smartphones are being shown. And this object is some kind of a bug in Jsbin. If I open the console, it will show correctly. Okay, so it will show like, if I open the console, it will show like this array of object. It will show, okay, array of object it will show. So it will show like this smartphone, and so this is how it is done earlier. What is the use of I plus plus? Very old question which I have already done. I plus plus means I equal to I plus 1. I equal to I plus. Let me write this thing. This is a shortcut which is we use in programming. I equal to I plus 1. I plus plus means. And this is in every programming language. I equal to I plus 1. Okay, that is there. Good question again. That means you are watching it very well. Filter. So filter after 2015, same a new Amazon program will write this code. Okay, so let filtered yes filtered yes6. Again, filter also returns something. Okay, products dot filter product and product dot category triple equal to, maybe I will not do smartphone this time, I will do laptop. This is a single statement. This everything, this whole of this thing, I've just changed it with this products dot filter. Okay, change whole of these things with this, and then console dot log of filter ds6. I'm going to do yes, clear. So this filter ds6, just again same thing, filter product. So what it does, whenever this is true, then it will keep only that one only. So filter is a bit different than map. Actually, there is one thing which I didn't told in map. If a array is of length 3, you will get back something of length 3 only. Filter, it is not like that. If an array is of length 3, you can get an array of length 0 also, you can get an array of length 3 also, you can get an array of length 1 also. In this case, the array is of length 4, but we are going to get something of length 2 because we are going to get all the laptops. So this is how the filter works. This is again very easy. You just have to pass the statement which is true. So we have to pass this thing. So that is there. And now what we are going to do, we are going to look into some more array methods. So there will be a more we are going to look into find now. There is a find array method also, which is actually very good. Okay, so suppose Jsbin JavaScript console output, this will go, and I have something like a users. And users is a means array of object again. So I want to find something. Okay, I want to find something. So let user is like again the normal way for let I equal to 0, I is less than users dot length I plus plus, and then inside this I will search if users I dot name equal to bindu, then user equal to users I and break. Why I'm doing this break? See, this break is not necessary. See, break is not necessary. Maybe I will use it. But what happens? Suppose this is the in real cases, this array will have thousands of names and I have to find something. So the moment it finds something, it should break away, or else it is a wastage of a lot of computer resources. See, it will find something, then also the loop will go on. So the moment it finds something, I have to break out of it. So that's why this break statement is being used here. So user equal to user I have done, and then I will do console.log of user. So let me see that whether it is there or not, and it is there and it is coming. Okay, so that is how it is done. Now the thing is that there is again a very good method in ES6 which is known as a find find is there. So const maybe coder equal to users dot find. So it will find the first one, then you have to add some very big logic there. It will find the first one. Even this find won't find the second one. You have to use some logic there. User dot name. Yeah, that is again a good question. It will not find the, in this case also it will not find, in this case also it will not find. So then you have to do some of your own logic like that. It should not break or something. Maybe you cannot use this find, then you have to use you have to modify this logic only. You have to modify this logic. You don't use break at that time. So you maybe keep a track of the, it is a very simple object. Most of the time there will be some index also, so you can keep track of the index also, and you can then tell, okay, at index number 30 there is one match, and index number 40 there is another match. You can tell like that. Not much is required to update this logic, but this logic won't work. But the moment it finds the first thing, it will break away, it will break up, it will break away, because there is automatic break here. When it will run like that. Okay, so log of, it will work like this. It will work, and this is how it is done. Now this is done. Now we will look into three more array methods. One of them is known as two of them are known as sum and every, and the last one is known as reduce. Okay, reduce. So I'll do Jsbin again, and we'll first look into something known as sum and every. They're not that much used, but I think sometime I have used them in production also. Okay, sum and every. So like this devices is there again, but it has got something known as everything has got RAM. Suppose I want to find out whether all of the devices can do coding, and for that, what is there? For that, the requirement is like 8 GB. 8 GB for coding. 4 GB devices cannot do coding. Nowadays, mobile and tablet also can do coding and all. See, just JSBin. I'm using this JSBin. It is a replacement of VS Code only. You can do coding in this, in a tablet, in an iPad you can do. So that's why nowadays mobile devices also can do coding, but not that much coding, and nobody does that much coding. Okay, so that is there. So suppose I have this. There are two things. One is sum, one is every. So what is this every? Okay, so every means every device should satisfy the condition what I'm giving. So every, so I am giving the condition. I want to check whether all the devices can program or not, and the thing is that it should be having a RAM more than 8 GB. So I'll have a const all device program equal to devices dot every device is device dot RAM is greater than equal to 8, and it gives only true and false, true or false. Console.log devices program, run it, false, because only two of them have RAM greater than equal to 16. So like every, we have one more thing known as, known as sum. Some devices can program. I want to see devices dot sum, and if I run it, it will give me true. It will give me true. because some devices can program. So now the last thing which we are going to learn is known as reduce. Okay, so reduce, it is known as reduce. So actually reduce, when ES6 was launched in 2015, everybody thought reduce will be the most use case. But the most use case means most of the people in production uses only for each, map and reduce, map on map and filter. Not even some and every are not used that much, and reduce nobody even touches much that much. But reduce is actually very popular. If you see some very powerful, not popular, very powerful, because if you see something of reduce, you can see some thing on the internet that with reduce you can implement for each, you can implement map, you can implement filter, all those things. But the most of the use cases that reduces, as it says, it reduces something, and I will see a classical use case of reduce. But that classical use case, you will see that okay, that can be done easily also. So classical use case of reduce is like, suppose I have a let numbers array I have like 20 comma 30 comma 40, and I want to get the sum of this array, sum of the numbers of the array. So in a normal way, what I'll do var sum equal to 0 for let I equal to 0, I is less than numbers dot length I plus plus, and sum plus equal to numbers I. So one more thing, again I have taken one shortcut. Sum plus equal to number I means sum equal to sum plus number I. So this is actually the very normal way in which you do that. So sum equal to sum plus number I means sum will be 0 first time, number I will be 20, 0 plus 20, then 20 plus 30, then 50 plus 40. It will be done like that, and I will get the sum. Okay, console dot log of sum, I will get the sum, run it, I'll get the sum. Okay, and now we are going to convert it into reduce, and as you can see, it is not a very big use case. We can do it like this also. So we are going to do the reduce, but reduce have some extra features also. reduce we are going to do const sum reduce equal to numbers dot reduce. And reduce take two parameters, actually not one parameter. Reduce take two parameter, one is known as ACC and one is known as cur, accumulator and current. The full form is accumulator and current, but you can give ACC and cur also, and this is not a keyword, you can give A and C also, but most people do it like this. And actually we need to have a curly bracket here because we are going to return ACC plus cur. I'm going to return this thing, but one more thing is that it has got second value, like this 0 is there. So what is 0? Let me see whether it is working or not. So console dot log of sum reduce I'm going to do, and if I clear it, it's giving me 90. But how it is giving me 90? That is a very important thing to understand in reduce. So reduce, this is something known as the initial value. See here we have given sum as 0. Okay, so here this 0, the accumulator is something which accumulates in every run. So accumulator will be initially 0, and when the first loop will be done, see it will run again 3 times. All these things run the number of times it is done. Okay, and so first time it will run. So first time what will happen, accumulator is 0 and the current is 20, means it is 20. Second time it will come, the accumulator will become now 20 and the current will be 30, so it will be 50. Next time the accumulator is 50 and the current is how much? Current is 40, which is 90. So it is like this, 90 is coming like that. And why this initial value we have to take? So we can do something like this also, 10. So the initial value, instead of starting with 0, it will start with 10. So it will be 100. So this is all about ES6, all the different things in ES6 we have learned and all. And as I've told, we're going to do one project soon, small project. Okay, So let us build quickly a converter app and all. So how to do that? Okay. So where am I? Okay. So I'll do it here only. Okay. JS projects. So let me do another entry. Yeah. Converter. I'll open it with VS Code. So I've opened this converter app with VS Code, and now I don't want it this much. I want it this much only. Is okay. Increase the font size. Do a index.html style.css. Although we are not going to use much of it. Main.js we are going to do, and this index.html is there. It is too big, and here converter app. Okay, so whatever is the converter app I have written. So here after this, and we have seen this I think in the DOM also we've seen how to do a project. So again, see, JavaScript projects are all DOM. Everything is DOM, is DOM based projects. Okay, so here I'm going to have a, okay, one more thing. I'm going to have a CSS, although I'm going to have CSS, but I'm going to have Bootstrap also in this project, because we're going to learn JavaScript only here. So we are going to have a Bootstrap. So Bootstrap to use in any project is very simple. We're not going to have much of CSS. So you just have to include it here. You just have to include it in the head part only, link. I'm going to give a GitHub for this, and you can find it from there. So that is there. And after this body, I'll have a div dot container. Okay, a div of id, a div of class container, and then I will we're using Bootstrap, so I will have a h1 display for enter 3. So I'm having h1 display for text center mb3. This is all Bootstrap. Okay, converter, save it, go live. Okay, it's going live at some other place. It's going live on my default browser, which nowadays is Safari. Okay, so this converter, it has been shown, and now, yeah, everyone, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel so that more people can become a web app developer. We are getting some very good news nowadays. A lot of people are becoming developer by seeing, going through my YouTube channel and all, and following what I'm always tell. Create projects in public, tag me, do projects, get a job. Okay, so that is there. And now what I'm going to do, so it's a converter app, something like a kilogram to pounds and all those things, but it's very easy thing, but you learn all these things. Okay, so form I'm going to have, and then I will have a h4 here dot display of 5 dot text of left mb of 3. Okay, and h4 I'm going to have here again some Bootstrap thing, and here I'm going to have a wait, and inside this form again something related to Bootstrap, and this is div dot form group is converted available in VS Code. You created in Notepad also, it will be available. VS Code is just a text. It's just a code editor. Okay, so that is the, and form group I have done, and then inside this I will have a input id See, before 2010, people used to code HTML in Notepad. Still, I can see a lot of YouTubers still code in a Notepad, which is a very bad way to do coding. ID equal to and KGS input is there. ID is KGS input. Type is number. Type is number, and class is form control. A placeholder I will have. Let me have enter kilogram and form control, and I will have something more also. Form control LG, and this is like this. Enter the whatever the kilogram I'm going to have. Dot dot dot. Maybe I will have this dot dot dot. So the form group is there, and after my form is ending, see, after the form is ending, okay, let me save this thing, so let that so that we can see that. So a very good input box will be there, all styling thanks to Bootstrap, and wait and enter kilogram is there. Okay, enter kilogram is there. Now the moment I enter it, I want the pound to be shown. So after this form, what I'm going to have, after this form, I'm going to have another div dot card dot card primary dot mb2. Okay, so like this I'm going to have, and then div dot card block is there, then h4 counts and div hash lbs output. So in JavaScript, what we have seen this earlier also, a lot of empty divs we can have, and we can do it through JavaScript. See, I have a card of card primary, again all Bootstrap thing, card block pound, and this empty div is there. This empty div is actually very important. Empty div is there. See, this blue color thing is being shown, and we are going to, this empty div is this after this pound. So after this pound, what I'm going to show, I'm going to show the pound. So the basic idea is that enter something and show it. But one thing I just forgot to do, which is the connecting this to the main, and as I've told earlier also, after this, before the ending of the body, we'll have the script tag to connect the script src to connect our script main.js, or else it blocks everything. Save it. Now we are going to add the functionality, and adding the functionality is a thing of your JavaScript. So again, this all this document dot get element by id and all those things are going to do. So first the thing is that I want to take the user input, whatever the user inputs here, I want to take that, and for that, see, there is an id here. I have to target this document dot get elements by id, and like this AGS input dot add event nar, and I will have an input event. I'll have an input event. So what is this input event? Input event means the moment some user enters something into it, enters something into this box, entered something into this box, so the input event will be fired. Enter something here, the input event will be fired, and then the input event will be fired. Then whatever I'm writing here, we can do that. Okay, so I'll do let ags equal to e dot target dot value is like this, e dot target dot value I'm doing, then document dot get element by id, and lbs input is wrong. Actually, it is known as, it is lbs output dot value, dot not value is also wrong. It is inner text equal to kgs into, so this is a formula of converting a kilo to a pound. So kgs into 2.204, whatever is there. So get element by id, I'm getting this element by id lbs out, and I'm changing the inner text, to whatever it is there. So I'll go here and enter 57, and see the pound has been shown, whatever the pound has been there. So if I also show it inspector, okay, let me do one more thing. Let me go back and so see one thing. Right now also it is showing like this. Okay, so see this LBS output here. Okay, and then I'll do 57. See this is what inner text is all about. So inner text has been done here. Okay, okay, let me do one more thing. Okay, and I have, okay, sorry, mark your attendance here. Go to that. So please mark your attendance here. And okay, so like this it is done. Okay, so now let us add something more also here. And if you want to add, you can add 10 different conversions also here. So see, coding, what happens now, everything will be repeated. Suppose I want to add some other conversion like centimeter to feet and all this, feet to centimeter I want to do. So what I'm going to do here actually is copy all these things. Okay, copy all these things. Suppose this uh, form is there, form till this div. Okay, this all I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it, and form display is there, and whatever is there I will do a measurement, and instead of kgs input I will have feet input number, and all these things are right except this is feet. And then this is see, card primary is there. I will have a card success. Success is like this, and I will have a centimeters, and this is like CMS output. I'll have save it. So this enter feet, and this is coming like this. Okay, so that is there. And now we have to go back here, and just we have to actually everything will be same. So I'll just copy it and I'll paste it, and it is instead of kgs input, it is like feet input. This will be same. Instead of kgs, let us write feet targeted value, although we could have written kgs, but it doesn't seems well. And then here I'm, instead of lbs, I'm getting this cms output, and inner text is not kgs, it is like the formula is like feet into 30.48. Save it. So 6 is coming correctly, so feet is also coming correctly. Okay, so this is how it is done. This is how it is done. But one more thing is there. This this is this all is coming from your bootstrap and all this color and all these things. But I'm this color is not good. Means this everything is black on a darker background. It is not good. So what we can do, I have added this style to override the bootstrap. Okay, actually this was added to override the bootstrap. So why what we can do, so this card block you're seeing, so card block is like this in h4 and div, it is there. So I'll select this card block, go here, dot card block, and then color I'll make it as white and save it. What just happened? Okay, so color is C, color is white. Now it is much better to actually see this thing. Okay, so that is there. And similar to that, okay, let us actually complete it because we don't have much time. We will do this one only, and I'll give you should do a lot of JavaScript project, including the ES6 project. Maybe I can give the link also from my YouTube channel, so you can do it. So this is how to practice. So practice a lot of JavaScript project after this. After this, we are going to do React. And React, I am thinking also to teach Redux in the last week. Okay, so after React, you have to, means Redux is something which is very much required with React to get a good job. That also I am planning to have a certification for, because I have done certification earlier on my channel. So I will do that also maybe. But next week is Redux React week. That is for sure. Means that I have already, every time it is like that only. So, and when you do React, also you have to do a lot of project to get a job. So this is there, and form, I will come here and control C and like this form again. So this time I'll do a temperature. Temperature I'll do, and that this will again, you'll see the same thing is there. Celsius input is there, number is there, and enter Celsius I have to do, and maybe this time I will have a danger, and it is not centimeter, it is like whatever it is, Fahrenheit, I think it is, spelling is like that only, FAREN, Fahrenheit output I'll have. So this is like this, and you might have guessed exactly like same to this only we're going to have. So this is there, and then Celsius, okay, then copy from there. Celsius input, and this will be Celsius. I don't have time, that is your task, you do that. You can update it and add currency, that will be very good. Currency keeps on fluctuating, so I don't think you should put currency here. See, all these things, they don't fluctuate, currency fluctuates. So if you put a currency now today, means what will happen, it will fluctuate. It's better to do a API call for the currencies. So there are many APIs are available to get the currency, so it is better to do a API call for currency, or else you can directly multiply it by 75. What's the main thing is $1 to 75 and all. Okay, so this will be like Celsius into 1.8 plus 32 is like this. Save it. Well, yeah, it's showing it correctly. So this is everything. So we have come to an end of JavaScript, and as I told, next week is React.js week, and beside that, actually you do it. If you don't have time, you do it. You do BMI. So it's so easy. What is BMI? BMI formula. You do it BMI form. BMI will take time. BMI is something like this. BMI is weight, but what BMI? I'm not getting what is BMI. See, you just have to go to Google, get the formula, and do it. What is the big deal? Just go right there and do it. It is so you do BMI formula and just do it. So something means it is very easy. It is not like some voodoo magic which I am doing. It is not some magic which I am doing. You can do it. It is very easy thing. Programming is not some magic. It's just you have to do it again and again to get it. Okay, so it is like that only. Okay, so with this, actually we come to an end. Hope you liked it, and please do subscribe and like this if you're liking it. Those who attended this 5 days will get the participation certificate. Maybe you want to convert, and I will tell something for conversion also. So that is there, and next week is React.js week. But tomorrow, every Saturday, a lot of you might know that every Saturday I have a web development workshop for 3 hours. So many of you have attended it, but I have it on every Saturday. So please do tell your friends and family members who want to become a web developer to come to that 3 p.m. tomorrow on every Saturday I have for 3 hours. Okay, so that is about it, and I'll meet you all. Maybe you again you can attend that. I'll meet you all tomorrow, and you can come to that and just see everything. That's generally is very good experience. The Saturdays classes are very good. So with this, we'll end today's stream. I'll meet you all tomorrow at 3 p.m.